Hello and welcome to Violins in the Garage. My name is John Root and this is my son. He's 12, Zeke, and he's one of the producers of this fine program. And Max Root, he's 8, he's behind the camera, and he's going to be doing that for us today. So I want to talk about some of the materials that we need in order to make the tools we need for violin making. So what I have right here, if you can see this, is a really nice piece of mahogany here. And mahogany isn't really used in a violin, but you might use it to make something like a cradle to hold a violin plate so you can carve on it. So that's what I'm doing here, is I'm going to make something that will hold my work so that I can carve on it and it won't move on me. And so the reason it's mahogany is that mahogany is a really stable wood. That means that after you work with it, it's not going to warp on you, it's not going to bend, and it'll hold its shape really nicely. So we want to flatten this out with the plane. It's straight from the hardware, the lumber store. And so I'm going to take my plane, and I'm going to show Zeke how to do this, and he's going to take some passes at this. But what you want to do when you plane is have the heel of your plane flat on the board, and then you're going to put some weight on it. Make sure that the heel is seated and it's flat on the board, and then this hand is going to act kind of like a piston that drives a piston.
Go.
So you want to keep your elbow in close to your body. Okay, elbows in close to your body, and then your weight is going to move it forward, and you're going to bend at the ankles. Your feet are staggered like this, and so you drive it. And this piece of wood is pretty rough right now, so I'm going to get it.
Right now it's just cutting off the edges of the board because it's all rough right now, so it cuts off the edges, and eventually I'll get it flat. See, it's making sense.
So we have it looks pretty rough, but when you look under the surface of most things, you find that the beauty is sometimes hidden. And so
I see it's getting.
There's a hidden treasure under this that you have to.
It looks like a table or something.
Reveal it with some hard work, but that's how most treasures are.
Yeah, it's cutting more now.
So when it starts to get flat, it gets a little bit harder to push. So Zeke, I'm gonna let you have a shot.
Okay. So I'm left-handed, so I'm gonna do it like this.
Very good. Very good. Getting some. So mahogany is a beautiful wood. You can see the grain coming through there now, and you can see it kind of shine in the light. And it's a pretty nice wood to work with. It's a hardwood. I think it comes from Central America or South America or something like that. So, you getting the hang of it, Zeke?
Yep. There's a lot of pieces there.
Nice.
It's pretty flat here because we've been doing a lot there. Because you can see it now. It looks kind of like a table.
Yeah, keep going. Start on this side and then move over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these two pieces together. I planed this one this morning, so you can see what that looks like there, Max. Can you see that?
That's pretty good.
Can you see the grain in the light there? You move it around. So we'll glue those together. And then I'll be able to make the cradle the right size. And so that's how a violin maker gets to work with different kinds of woods. Not just maple and spruce all the time. Okay. Okay. I'll do a few more passes of that, and then we can sign off. So my blade is probably not as sharp as it could be,
This is looking pretty good now.
but it's starting to look pretty good.
Here, why don't you come up and take a look at this. It's flat now. You saw it earlier. It's it was very rough.
So the buried treasure takes a little bit of work to get to, but there it is, that beautiful grain of the mahogany. And now see, I'm starting to get these really
Big pieces.
these really fat pieces of or shavings.
It's like paper. You can actually write on it. There's a pen. And I'll write on it. Okay, never mind.
Okay,
I've
so,
written on like spruce or like lighter colored one. You can't really write
So-
on this.
Max, when we get to the point when we think it's starting to be flat, we put a ruler on it, and we want to check it at a bunch of different angles. We want to see if there's any rock in it. If the ruler rocks, it means we know we have a high point.
Because it's not all wood.
Like right there feels like we have a high point there. So we need to go back.
You might feel it rocks. It does.
So we'll finish that, but I think we're gonna call it a night tonight. So subscribe to the channel and hope you like the video. Zeke, you got any?
Thanks for watching, and this is Violins in the Garage.